Hi, it's me again. My third vlog, and I was planning on doing this every week and a day. Life sort of got in the way. I think I wasn't feeling too well. I had a load of excuses. So basically, I'm back now, and I'm going to try and do it weekly. Yeah, I don't stick to my rules ever. Like, this is just me. I don't like rules. So why do I give myself rules? It's silly. So basically, my whole point of this vlog is to talk about psychosis, and I realised I haven't actually spoken about my psychosis. I've just sort of rambled on about different things and just whatever. So, so this little individual section, I'm going to talk about my psychosis and what happened. So yeah, basically I got very unwell. I wasn't sleeping. I didn't sleep. I had micro sleeps, but I didn't sleep more than an hour for 9 days, and that made me it just basically made my brain break. There was all different reasons for it. It was postpartum psychosis, so yeah, there was a multitude of different factors that came into it, from my son getting ill and my nan dying, and and then not sleeping and having a lot of very paranoid thoughts. In the week leading up to the psychotic episode, my brain started to be very overactive, which is dopamine, just lots and lots and lots of dopamine going through your brain and just sort of making you go a bit loopy. I don't know what the brain is doing at the time. I believe it's causing new pathways in your brain because your brain is working so fast and so overactively, that it just creates, I don't know, like your mind goes to places that it wouldn't normally go. And a lot of the time that I was psychotic, I don't remember. I just remember snippets, and it's a very scary thing. And it's like if you've ever been very, very drunk, and then you've taken a load of pictures and done all your thing, you don't remember it, but then the next day you look at the pictures and you're having a great time, and or whatever, or maybe you're having an awful time and people tell you about it, or you did something, whatever, these things happen. But it's like that, but you haven't done anything to cause it. There's just, it's just a load of factors coming in and creating this craziness. So basically, when I was unwell initially, I started saying that I was an alien, and that was my belief, that I was an alien, and I was a healer. I was a healer and a communicator. So on a very high level 4, I believe, level 3 with communication, level 4 with healing. And my partner was also an alien, and he was a level 4 communicator and a level 4 healer. So that was interesting, because now 4 years on from my psychotic episode, I want to be an energy healer, so which would involve a lot of communication. So maybe there was something in it. I do wonder, and so that was my belief. My belief that there was something strange with my son, that he I went through the very normal feelings of he doesn't love me, he hates me. When he was crying, he was red, he was so angry looking, and I just thought, oh, my son hates me. That was my rational kind of, well, it was irrational obviously, but it was like the more normal feeling. I started to feel like that. I started to feel like I had a mission in life, and my mission in life was to save humanity. So and that's actually something that happened again when I had another episode, and that's when I was diagnosed with bipolar. So I've had 2 psychotic episodes in the space of 4 years. And my last psychotic episode, yeah, it wasn't as severe, but I did believe that I had to help humanity. I had to save humanity. So, yeah, I don't feel like that in my normal day. I don't feel like I have to save. I feel like I want to help people. Like, that's genuinely something I want to do. But, you know, the whole of humanity, that's a big ask. Like, that's big. Can I? Who knows? I don't know. I will try. But yeah, my logical brain goes, that's a bit big. So let's start a bit smaller and help some kids, because in my job at the moment I help kids and help my son, and you know, help the people around me, my family and friends. You know, I like helping people. I will help them happily. But yeah, helping the whole of humanity, I don't know about that. There was a couple of books that, while my brain was overloaded, there was a couple of books that I wanted to write, and one of them was called Information Overload, and it was all about how the world of psychology and just information in general, like scientific information, things like that, is just getting so overwhelmed, and it needs to be simplified. And I had loads of thoughts and loads of really interesting thoughts about how I was going to create like an app or write a book that was going to simplify things. And I was going to bring it down to its smallest point, you know, so that people can understand it. And like, you know, I think a lot of people, there's so many things going on now. Like, it's just, you know, like definitions of things, and like there's anxiety, there's depression, there's BPD, there's like bipolar, and BPD is borderline personality disorder, and there's like so many disorders and so many different things, and that's great that they've been categorized, and but so many things, it's not a cut and shut thing. And you know, I thought a lot about how psychology, you know, like wants to put people in boxes to make itself more comfortable, and that, you know, it's a very broad spectrum. It's like with autism and things like that, it's a spectrum. It's not so cut and shut. So that was just my general thinking. Also, I thought about wanting to write a book about everyone being inherently good. So that was something that I really believed when I was unwell, that everyone is inherently good. But that gets murky, and it's something I don't want to get too much into, you know. But like when I'm unwell, my brain gets very entrenched in an idea, and it really, you know, wants to delve further and further and further, and I'll be up all night thinking about these things. And you know, like yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, so I thought about so part of my psychosis as well, when I was in the first hospital and I was away from my son, I was taken away to a hospital for it was meant to be just a couple of days to sleep, just to get some medication and get some sleep. And I haven't said that before that, the initial breaking point was hearing my son have a cannula put into his foot, that he screamed when the cannula was put into his foot. And I had asked the nurse if I could come in with him. I was already very unwell, but I was seeming fine, and I was still, you know, sane in all sense of the word. But like I was having weird thoughts. I wasn't telling anyone about them anyway. So my son his cannula fell out of his foot. He was very unwell. He was taken into hospital. I was staying with him. And I said to the nurse, can I come in with him? Because I wanted to protect him. I wanted to hold his hand and just let him know he was okay and whatever. And the nurse said, no. It's very like devastating for a mother to see that. So, you know, so she said no. So I basically listened from the room next door, and just heard him scream when the cannula was put into his foot. And in my head, it was the loudest scream I'd ever heard, and it sort of broke my brain. Yeah, so I mean, why not just let a mum be with her kid? And it's not great. But yeah, so basically I then thought that I was gonna die, and my brain was so sure I was gonna die, and yeah, I had to. And everything's a bit unclear around that point, but I remember just snippets of knowing I was going to die, understanding the deeper inner workings of the world, and understanding death and not being scared of it, and knowing that it was my time, and and basically just the whole of the universe explaining itself to me. It was really interesting, like talking about time and how time works, and the Big Bang and how that works, and it was so involved and so interesting. And my partner said, because my partner was with me and I was talking to someone, and like I was just saying, oh really, wow, oh okay, oh god, oh really, oh. I was having a conversation, but life was talking to me. Like, so it was explaining itself to me, and I was going, oh, right, oh, that's interesting, oh, really? And my partner said, you were having a conversation, but a one-sided conversation. I have no idea what was being said to you. So that happened, and then I thought I'd died because I thought my brain had got so overwhelmed with anxiety that my head had so I and then I sort of came to a while later and was like, oh, I'm still here. But I think potentially something in my brain did sort of pop, because that now I have bipolar disorder and I've been diagnosed with it, and maybe my brain hasn't recovered from what happened, and maybe it did sort of overload so much that it just sort of popped. But I'm here and I'm sane now. Hopefully, yeah. So it was an experience that I can't distance myself from now. I can't just let it lie in the past. I'm interested in it, and I'm just interested in it. Why did my brain do that? What's going on? What what happened when life started telling itself about me? What was that? That's why I believe in sort of spirituality and something else going on in the world, in another world, something going on in a different dimension or in a different, there's more to life than what we know. I'm so sure of that. And that's why I wanted to start doing this vlog, to talk about it, cathartically let it out. And yeah, I mean, I don't know many people are watching this, and I don't care, because it's just for me, really. Whatever. But then also, if you are watching this and you do not know me personally, and you want to send me a message or leave a comment or something, and if you've had a similar experience maybe, or you've had a similar thought or anything like that, just get in touch, because yeah, I mean, I'd love to hear about other people who've had this experience, and I'd love to know more. Anything, or these random thoughts, or even just a belief in spirituality. I read a lot of sort of spiritual books. So Eckhart Tolle, I read The Power of Now, and he had a similar thing. He had such a breakdown that he had a breakthrough. And I'm in no way comparing myself to him. I find him incredibly interesting, and I would love to know more and hear from people who've had similar experiences, and or anything like that. So I've got a little bit of time. Yeah, drop me a line and I will keep doing these. I'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.